I'm sitting here. I'm a boxing fan. Well, I'm not a boxing fan. I'm a boxer, ex-fighter. Uh, it's your boy DMR. Excuse me, it's your boy DMR with another video. I want to talk about a fight that I've been thinking about for a minute. The fight I've been thinking about is David Tua and Iron Mike Tyson. This fight, I've been watching both clips of each fighter. Mike Tyson is very explosive, but David Tua has a certain trait about him as a fighter which carries him very far in the fight. Now, David Tua is 5'10". Mike Tyson, they say, is 5'11". Mike Tyson is 5'10". So they're both the same height. Mike Tyson comes in at a good fight weight around 217. David Tua comes in anywhere around 235, 240, 245. This fight, everybody wants to see this fight. This fight is a fight that should have been made, but it never had been made. So I'm like here to talk about who I think would win the fight and why I think they will win. First of all, Mike Tyson. Let me deal with Mike Tyson first. Mike Tyson got explosive combinations, and he got footwork, and he has skill. Punching power. I say Mike Tyson's knockout ratio as a heavyweight champion is probably 83% compared to George Foreman and other fighters like Ernie Shavers. Mike Tyson is very explosive. He's very explosive when it comes time for throwing combinations. And he has one punch knockout power. Okay, dealing with Iron Mike Tyson. When you talk about head movement and bobbing and weaving and getting out of the way of punches, Mike Tyson bobs and weaves. He throws punches from certain angles, different angles. His footwork is on point. He gets out of the way of punches. This is one of the reasons why Mike Tyson doesn't have any slurred speech, or in my opinion, he hasn't been punch drunk. When you look at the footwork and the bobbing and weaving that Tyson do, it's far more different than Joe Frazier and Rocky Marciano and other fighters. I would have to give Tyson 100% as far as footwork and bobbing and weaving and stepping off line. I wanted to talk about roundage when you first come out up into the last round. Mike Tyson fought only a few times. He fought 12-round fights. Mike Tyson never knocked nobody out in the later rounds. He never knocked anyone out. Durability. Mike Tyson's durable because he fought Bone Crusher Smith, James Quick Tillers, Mitch Blood Green, Tony Tucker. And he got knocked out in the 10th round by James Buster Douglas, which Mike Tyson only stands 5'10". So again, he fought a guy that was 6'4" and a half, 6'5", in James Buster Douglas. Okay, I done dealt with Mike Tyson. Now I want to deal with David the Terminator, David Tua. David Tua is 5'10". He's a very special fighter at 5'10". If you can recall, short fighters that's 5'10", that's under 6 feet, have never really been successful fighting big heavyweights such as Buster Douglas, Tony Tucker, Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, big men, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. David Tua is 5'10", and he can actually pace it. Okay, I just want to deal with the height first. 5'10". Now, when you talk about people that's that short, Bert Cooper was 5'10", 5'11". Bert Cooper got far enough, but he couldn't get past the jab of Carl the Truth Williams. Carl the Truth Williams knocked Bert Cooper out with a basic jab and an overhand right. When Mike Tyson fought Carl Truth Williams, Tyson knocked Carl Truth Williams out with a left hook, but he evaded the jab and he caught Carl Truth Williams. Again, people that height shouldn't have that kind of ability to slip like that, but Mike Tyson had it. David Tua, on the other hand, has a style that he crouches and he blocks a lot of punches and he gets out the way of a lot of punches, which allows David Tua to pace himself and get off his shots without really getting hurt. His bobbing and weaving crouching style can be compared to Mike Tyson's, but because the proportion of his body allows him to throw punches and get punching leverage to knock people out, I would have to get his edge to David Tua. I want to talk about footwork. Before Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson was the best defensive fighter that a heavyweight has ever seen. Mind you, Muhammad Ali was always on the offensive. Until he got older, Ali applied his rope-a-dope, which was his defense, but it turned into an offense. Footwork, I would have to give it to Mike Tyson. Before Buster Douglas. When you speak about Mike Tyson after Buster Douglas, a lot of people could have beat Mike Tyson, although Tyson had a puncher's chance. Now, let's talk about chin. David Tua's chin versus Iron Mike Tyson's chin. Mike Tyson got knocked out by Buster Douglas. He got knocked down by Evander Holyfield. He got stopped by Kevin McBride. He got beat by Danny Williams. Those are the people that rocked Mike Tyson. David Tua's chin stood up to Lennox Lewis. He never was hurt. He stood up to David Izon, who was a durable fighter. He stood up to Ike Ibuche, which was a slugfest. In my estimation, that was a draw because both of them was throwing bombs, and I think that fight is the least spoke about fight. I think when you go to box and watch Ike Ibuche versus David Tua, those were two young heavyweights that was throwing leather, and I can compare that to Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield, Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard. So in my estimation, the chin factor would go to David Tua. Now, I'm about to wrap this up real quick. My overall opinion about who would win between Iron Mike Tyson and David the Terminator Tua, it would depend on what Mike Tyson comes out to fight. But David Tua has a puncher's chance, 100% puncher's chance, because of how he fights, and he his arsenal was growing. When you seen him knock out Michael Moore, David Tua knocked Michael Moore out with a right hand. David Tua never had a right hand, but he developed it. My overall fight in the David Tua Mike Tyson fight, it would be which Tyson come to fight. And are we talking about the prime Mike Tyson, or are we talking about the Mike Tyson after Buster Douglas? In my opinion, you can't call that fight. The reason why I say that is because of this. If you give me the Mike Tyson that knocked out Marvis Frazier, Reggie Gross, Trevor Burbick, and Tony Tubbs, and Carter Truth Williams, I'm going to say in their prime, Tyson versus Tua, Mike Tyson wins simply because of his footwork and his skill. That's before Buster Douglas. I would have to go with Mike Tyson. After Buster Douglas, meaning after he got knocked out, Mike Tyson faded. So I would have to go with David Tua in an early round stoppage. I know some of y'all gonna be shocked me saying this, but I carefully looked at David Tua and Mike Tyson after Tyson got beat by Buster Douglas. David Tua would have knocked Mike Tyson out. I'm not gonna say quick, but it would have been a knockout. And I hate to say that. I'm an Iron Mike Tyson man. I love Iron Mike Tyson. He's an icon, just like David Tua said in his talk. But I have to really put it on the line when I really study and I analyze this whole thing. David Tua was something to be reckoned with. The people did not want him to get a shot because David Tua would have been the heavyweight champion for a while. I think the only person I think that could beat David Tua, and I'm not going to say he would knock David Tua out, but he would beat David Tua on points, would be Tyson Fury. Of these heavyweights, I think he would have knocked out Anthony Joshua. I think David Tua would have knocked out Deontay Wilder Cole. I don't think too many people could beat David Tua because I studied David Tua and his style and how he fights. It's very strange that you see a man 5'10" get far as he got. It's only two people, one person that got far and was 5'10", Mike Tyson. Burt Cooper, may he rest in peace. Smoking Burt Cooper, who was trained by Joe Frazier, he was a good cruiserweight and he was a good heavyweight until they matched him with big heavyweights. David Tua, in my estimation, was one of the best heavyweights that could have been heavyweight champion for a long time. Now, I want to say this too. Ike Ihebuchi. Look up the fight, David Tua, Ike Ihebuchi. It was a war. It was a slugfest. Ike Ihebuchi, in my estimation, would have been another heavyweight who would have knocked out a lot of these heavyweights. And to ask about Tyson and Ike Ihebuchi, to be honest, you have to go before Buster Douglas and after Buster Douglas. The reason why I say that, I think Ike Ihebuchi would have beat Tyson after Buster Douglas. I think David Tua would have beat Tyson. But before Buster Douglas, no chance. Neither one of them could fool with Mike Tyson. But again, y'all, I'm going to just wrap this up. It's your boy, DMR. Again, David Tua versus Mike Tyson was my title. And what I thought, honestly, I was really analyzing this stuff for 2 days. And it's a fight. Even right now, people saying Tua versus Tyson. It would be, I would pay to see it for entertainment purposes. But at this point, you know, when you look at David Tua's Samoan. And them Samoans carry, it's something about their genetics. They are very agile at a later age, and they still strong. Mike Tyson is strong as hell at 56, 55 years old. He's strong, unbelievable reflexes, elusive. I would pay to see that fight now. Again, it's your boy DM Moore signing off. Peace.